nilang kapangyarihan upang i-exempt sila sa batas. Ito, sa batas lang RA 6793. Sila, in-exempt na nila yung sarili nila sa Constitution. Alam mo kung saan? 1990s pa.
Matagal na ito.
Matagal na trick na ito. This is an old trick. Pag ayaw nila dun sa kalakaran ng batas, kung ayaw nila yung rule of law, gagawa sila ng desisyon na exempted kami dyan. Example, ayon sa saligang batas, ang ombudsman, ang tungkulin nito at ang kapangyarihan nito ay ang magsiyasat o mag-imbestiga ng lahat ng hugis o uri ng katiwalian.
Yes.
To investigate any form of wrongdoing by any officer. Ang liwanag.
Yes.
Any form of impropriety, any officer,
across
any
the board,
public official. Walang exception.
Walang exception.
Pero, in the case of Maceda versus Vasquez, si Judge Maceda ng Las Piñas, at saka itong dating ombudsman, si Vasquez, nagpa-imbestiga siya. Sinubpuin na niya yung judge, si Judge Bonifacio Sanz Maceda.
Pwede pala yun, susupinin mo yung dyan.
Noon.
Wala na yung batas na yan.
Ayaw niya mag-comply. Sabi niya, bawal ito sa saligang batas dahil separation of the judiciary from the ombudsman and this will run afoul of that separation of powers.
It's incorrect.
Sabi ni Maceda, sandali, maliwanag yung mandato namin sa saligang batas. We can investigate for any impropriety, any public official.
Public official. Yung nga ombudsman, hindi regular court
Nakarating sa Korte Suprema. Sabi ng Korte Suprema, mali yung ombudsman. Kasi tama si Judge Maceda. Pag inimbestigan nyo si Judge Maceda, edi pwede nyo rin kami imbestigahan. Paano na lang yung principle ng separation of powers? Pero hindi pinaliwanag yung principle ng checks and balance. Kasi yung kapangyarihan ng ombudsman based on the principle of checks and balance. Ginamit lang nila yung prinsipyo ng separation of powers without explaining. Your Honor, paano yung checks and balance?
So how do you mean by that? When you don't explain, you're not rationalizing your decision.
That is rationalizing. Kasi rationalization in Logic 101 means justifying reasoning after acting. Kasi ordinarily, di ba, you think before you act.
Correct.
Dito, they acted before they tried to think. Na-realize na lang, oo nga, no. So they issued the decision before they thought of the justification. And the justification is not fair. I'm applying law school standards. Because in law school, we say that you do not answer bar examinations just because the conclusion is favorable to you. And you base it on a principle of law. For instance, that question, if it were a bar question, sasabihin mo, ay gusto ko si Judge Maceda I will apply the separation of powers. Sabihan ko, ombudsman,
that's basically a legal argument. But what would be the correct answer?
The correct argument should be, okay, if we look at, from the point of view of separation of powers, ilagay mo kung anong conclusion mo doon. But at the same time, you should also examine the application of the twin principle of checks and balance. Why should it not apply?
Oh, why should it
wala
not?
Wala Kaya hanggang ngayon, Hari, sa
they've
law
gotten
school,
away with it.
Yes. And then the Integrated Bar, the Philippine Constitutional Association, the Philippine Bar Association, these fiscals, these RTC judges.
Oh nga, but why is it? Why am I bringing this up? I'm finding this with great emotional stress. There's something very wrong with what's going on. Why is it takes me, and I'm not a legal mind, why is it you who understands it can bring it out while the others are mum about it? Is there something wrong with all our lawyers that we have in our country? Have they lost their moral sense?
Let us talk about the two senses, the legal sense and the common sense. Legal sense, mostly dominated by lawyers. But common sense, lahat tayo may common sense. Ngayon, the first proposition I will have to give to you is, all laws are based on common sense. Because if the law is based not on common sense, then we cannot apply the dictum that ignorance of the law excuses no one.
You're so right.
Diba?
One follows the other.
It's not based on common sense. Hindi pwede yan.
Tama yan. Maganda yan. Bagay yan. Sige.
Ngayon, kung hindi naman natin ilalagay yung ignorance of the law, excuses no one, everybody can feign ignorance of the law.
Oh, hindi ko alam yun. Hindi ko
Kaya,
naintindihan.
it is in the basic nature of the legal structure that common sense should be... common sense is the basis of the law. That is why, if the legislature passes a law, if the executive enforces the law, if the judiciary tries to explain the meaning of the law, it must appeal to common sense. Otherwise, the common man will find something wrong with it. It will find it, the common man will find it difficult to agree
totally
to it.
alienated.
And that is exactly what is happening to you. When you say that, oh, the law is clear, RA 6713, Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards for Public Officials and Employees. Wala nang ba nakalagay na except judicial officers? Oh, nakalagay dito, Statement of Assets and Liabilities and Net Worth. And so, how come there are no such statement of assets, liabilities, and net worth insofar as the judiciary is concerned? There is no exception in the law.
So my alarming state is correct. There is nothing wrong with what I'm seeing, except for the fact that it's not on mainstream media, and it's not a common scream by the populace.
Yes. But it violates your common sense.
Yes, that's what it
That is what you are experiencing.
Okay, let's go to the Supreme Court. It seems to me the Supreme Court is having a lot of absolute authority, which is enclosed in supposedly their powers, but absolute, nakakalimutan na yung may, what you call that, checks and balances. Now, the Supreme Court, does it only not arbitrate the law when it comes to precedents and or judgments created by lower courts? Because they cannot come to a conclusion, inaakyat, they elevate it to the Supreme Court, or whoever party is not happy with the pronouncement or the judgment of the lower courts is elevated to the Supreme Court. But does not the Supreme Court only arbitrate just the basics, the merits of the law, not the merits of the specific case?
Harry, I will make it very, very simple to you. Irreducibly simple. The purpose of the judiciary, the purpose of the trial courts, the purpose of the Court of Appeals, the Supreme Court, is simply this: to clarify the meaning of the law.
Yan. But di ba Supreme Court most specifically the clarificatory effort and judgment?
Yes, to clarify. Don't deviate from that, so that you will not accuse me of...
Pero problema with human beings and good lawyers, everybody, the clarificatory nature of lawyers, they will say, hindi tama ito, may arguments parati.
That is very important. No. Because understand that in writing our Constitution, when providing for the separation of powers, when we say that the legislature will have the exclusive prerogative to write the law, understand that they are mandated by common sense and by the sovereign people to write the law in a commonsensical and clear way.
Correct. I can follow that.
So in other words, when you read the law, it should be clear. It should appeal to your common sense. There should be no problem. It is only when the law is not clear or when the law is not favorable to our compatriots that they get lawyers who will justify, who will try to pretend that the law is not clear.
Yes, but when people are not agreeing to whatever judgment, summary judgment that they receive, and they want to elevate it to the Supreme Court, the Supreme Court's role is basically to clarify lang the precedents.
The meaning of the law.
The meaning of the law.
Period.
But not necessarily the merits.
The merits are the means by which the Supreme Court, the court, clarifies the meaning of the law. So don't be misled by the meaning of merits. The important thing is just clarify the law, whether based on the evidence or based on the nuances of the law. Clarify the law.
Let's go back to the report of Malu Mangahas. What do you think? Do you agree with that? I made you read it, right? Ladies and gentlemen, I brought out the whole article. I brought it to Mr. Alan Pagia, Attorney Pagia, right before the program. Made him read the 7-8 page reportage. What do you think? Sunod-sunod yan, ang dami.
For the benefit of your viewers, what Malu Mangahas has written is essentially questioning why the judicial statement of assets and liabilities are not accessible.
Yes, because ayaw bigay.
The second thing is, are they exempted from the law?
Yes.
So,
and then both, two questions na yan.
That's right.
Dalawa na yan.
So,
Two positions.
number